Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel, and I'm reaching out to all of you beautiful souls out there. I hope you're able to get out in nature like Starlight will be after this video. I'm so excited to get out because it's warming up out here. And I hope you're getting out and being kind to yourself and others. Plus, if you are new to my YouTube channel, welcome, and you can find me on YouTube, and that is at Starlight, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman. Plus, you could give this video a thumbs up, and you could subscribe to my YouTube channel. Plus, don't forget, you can leave a message down below, beep, 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 and you could share my videos. You can share my videos with your family, your friends, a skunk or a chipmunk. Plus, you can check out my playlist, and don't forget the notification bell like Starlight didn't. And you can also check me out on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K Dingman Starlight. So here we are today. And I know I'm a couple of days early, but I really didn't know how this was going to work out today. But the one library where I was going to have an event was closed today. It's funny, they were strong yesterday during a storm, which really 3 inches of snow. But today there's no snow and they closed because of the weather. So anyway, we'll just let that go. And Monday they're going to have off because of it's Veterans Day, but it's kind of funny. It's on the 11th, 11. A very powerful moment right now is the 11/11 portal. And I don't know about you, but every day, I have been getting 11/11 all over, like on my phone, and other numbers too that are great numbers, and I had a great dream last night. So a lot is happening with Starlight, a lot of great things. So anyway, today we're going to talk about the 11/11 portal, and this video here is to help you to know what can block your manifestations from coming in or flowing in, or any desires, things that you are been working on and desiring, like relationships, or maybe a job, more money to come in, or whatever it is that you like are desiring right now. This is, hopefully you were working on this before, but right now it's so important. And what I'm going to start off with is, I'm sorry, I'm just this table, I asked for this table to get cleaned because Starlight does not like germs, but I'm just kind of breathing the chemicals in here. But anyway, so this is a very powerful time, and like I said, I have been getting 11/11 like 5 times a day, or like today I think it was like 3 or 4. So 11/11/11, so this is a very powerful time. And so right now, if you are working on anything right now, or like Starlight's been working her ass off on so many things she desires or wants to manifest. So you've got to be, number one, patient. Patient, trusting in the process. And it takes time. It doesn't happen overnight on that. It's something that you have to work on. So you want to be patient, and just like, when you plant a seed, like for gardening and stuff like that, and it's the same thing like with manifesting things, is, just because you plant the seed today, it doesn't mean that, boom, tomorrow you're going to manifest whatever it is that you're planting, and it is, I could go off on like plants and seeds and all that stuff, because Starlight did a lot of gardening a long time ago, and I was learning about, wow, okay, this little tiny seed took this long, and this seed took that long, so they all, depending on how you're growing them and if you're doing everything right. So it does take time even for them to sprout, so, making sure you, every seed is different. You can't do every seed the same, some of them have different directions, so I don't know what you want to manifest, but you've got to be patient on what it is. And also, like, you got to make sure that you're visualizing what is it that you're desiring to bring in your life, so we can't make this stuff happen, because God wants us, the universe wants us to be patient, trusting in the process. And so things are not going to happen right when we think that they're going to happen. So, and the more impatient that you get, guess what? The longer you got to wait for those manifestations to come in your life, because now you're slowing down the process because you're being impatient. So it is so important, and also to make sure that you're living in the present moment, right here, right now, like, so just stay in this moment, stay in the now. And also, make sure you're doing the inner work. Love yourself, first. Make sure you are being there for your loved ones, whoever is there, loving and supporting you. So it's a lot about being balanced when you want to manifest things in your life. And also, like, make sure you're getting out in nature. That's why Starlight's gonna get out in nature. I already did I did all my other stuff today. I reached out to my twin. I did all my paperwork, my manifestation, my I am affirmations, my great, like, I'm grateful, and how do I feel, and my intentions. I did all that, and I have a project that I'm working on. I did that. What else is it that I do in the morning time? I journal in the morning time, sorry. And so you want to be working on yourself, and like I said, being balanced. And the spiritual work, like I was saying, all those things is to do those things. And by doing those things, you can raise the vibration, which is so important. Sorry, my nose is like, I have tissues in my car. I didn't bring them in here. I brought them in at the other library. But so the other thing is, you got to trust in the process, so okay, you desire this, you desire her or him in your life. Maybe you have somebody that you've been building a friendship with, and you haven't met them yet, and maybe you're just like, but you got to trust, and you got to believe that that you are worthy enough for this relationship or for a job. And the other trap is like doubting, so maybe there's things that you want to manifest in your life, but you're doubting, you're not you're doing everything else, but maybe you're doubting in yourself that, and that's happened to Starlight, is like, no, you're too good to be real, to be true. And then, as time, and I had to go through this, and it is, so there's times that we have to, so it might not quite be your time right now, is because you're doubting that person would desire to have you in their life, so if you're doubting about that they would even want you, then it's not really going to happen right now. You're going to have to really love yourself enough to know that you deserve, do you deserve that guy or girl, or even that job, or maybe you want to move somewhere. Do you deserve to be there, to be able to move in that house? Are you taking care of what you have now? So you need to also believe in yourself, and also by doing the affirmations are very important, and gratitudes, like I said, visualizations, with what is it that you want to bring in, visualize it coming in like it's already here. How you gonna feel, if it's already here? If it's already here, you gotta imagine what it's gonna be like if it was a guy or a girl that you desire in your life. Imagine that they're already here. And I do this. I have a twin flame. I was actually doing a meditation, and this morning, last night before I went to bed, with my twin flame meditation to unite with my twin flame. So and I was imagining him with me and that's what you do, you imagine your twin flame with you, and that we had a close connection with each other. So if you are doubting in the whole process, then that's going to really block your manifestations from coming in. And so you want to write down why is it that you don't think you're worthy enough for maybe that job or that relationship. Why is it? So you can, like, say you think, like, a relationship, say you think that, oh, I am not good looking enough, or I'm not smart enough. I'm not smart enough for that relationship, and Starlight was there before. Or I'm not pretty enough, because look at all the other women out there, or of course with you, with a guy, you might think that you're not handsome enough for that female. And I have to tell you that not all females, like Starlight, is not all about the outward appearance. If you're really going to get with somebody real, they're not going to be all, stuck on, your outward appearance, because if that's all they care about, then, believe me, you're getting with the wrong one already. If that's all they care about is, or your money, then you're definitely, you don't want to be desperate. And that's the next, I didn't even realize that. That's the next thing, is being desperate and desperation. Where are you even happy in your life right now? You got to feel complete right now without that in your life. Is it a girl or a guy that you desire? So you got to feel, do you love yourself? You got to love yourself and feel complete and whole, and happy with who you are before that person can come in. If you are not loving yourself enough and you don't think, that you're good enough for that relationship, and you're trying to, speed things up, well, you're not having that love in your life right now, and you think that, oh, like, if I just had that person in my life, I would be complete. Or if I just had that job, I would be happy. If I had that girl, I would be happy. If I had that guy right now, you got to be happy now before they come into your life. And Starlight is, I am happy. I am. I love my twin flame so much. I am very happy. The universe has done a wonderful job. I would never have been able to pick the one that God has picked out for Starlight. So you need to be happy and complete in your life right now before you think that universe is gonna bless you with somebody. If they're not gonna be the one to complete you. You have to be the one. So even if you're single or broke, you have to be happy. Is that you don't have to have money to be happy. You're like, oh, and that happens to many people. Hollywood stars, look at them, models, and people out there that are millionaires that are not even working on themselves. They're, they could be miserable. They could have all the money in the world, and if they're not loving who they are and caring about other people, they could be miserable with all that money. What good is all that money, if you're going to be alone? Because nobody's, a lot of times nobody's going to want to even really be with those people if they're not happy with who they are. And the other thing is being grateful. Make a list of all the, and I do this every morning. I do, like, that's the way my manifesting dream booklet is. It has, to write down different things that you're grateful for. So I do that every morning. Even with my I am affirmations, I'm grateful for, like, all kinds of stuff, So you need to be grateful for what you already have. If you're not, grateful for what you already have right now. And, I was hoping to get this video done in 11/11, but, that's not going to happen. So it's because I do the beginning of my video. So anyway, is being grateful. And the other thing is over attachment. Do you believe what it is that you want to manifest will show up in a certain way? Is it like, oh, it's going to show up? And Starlight went through this so many times, and this journey here is thinking, oh yeah, it's going to show up like the way it showed up last time. And the universe is like, yeah, you think, Starlight? And then bam, it comes from another angle. So sometimes that's how it is. We're on that old program, or we might be kind of switching over to an old program to a new program and a different way of thinking. So the way you used to think, you have to let that go in order to manifest a lot of things in your life, because that old program is not going to work. You're gonna be spinning some wheels, and things are not going to happen because you think that it's got to happen this way or that way, and it's not, so let go and let God, really. And this is what I've been doing a lot this week. I've been doing a lot of meditations about letting go. Letting go, and like, you know what? I'm tired of worrying about it. I'm tired of stressing about it. The anxiety of how it's going to happen. I'm like, you know what, God? I'm just going to give it over to you. I don't want it anymore. I don't want to carry it anymore. I'm good. I'm really good. I'm just going to trust and keep on doing my work, keep on being balanced and getting out in nature and working on myself and spending, talking to loved ones and being there for the loved ones, but I'm letting go of the worrying and all that stuff. And I gave it over to God. And, once I did, a blessing came in. So also is another blockage that can happen if you're doing this is, and Starlight does not have a problem with this, is, are you always comparing yourself with other people, like social media? Are you like scrolling or even Instagram and like, and this, I have never been like this my whole life. I am like clear of this. I have never had this. Not at all. I have never had this problem, is comparing myself to others as far as money goes. I've compared myself in other ways, but not when it came to money. And I always believed if they have it, they had to work for it, or they came from a rich family that just gave it to them and spoiled them rotten. So if you have a problem with people that has the wife, the car, the house, the job, and you're living next door, and you watch them, and and you build up jealousy in your heart, because you desire to have all what they have, but it doesn't mean just because they have all that shit, it doesn't mean, not that their wife is shit, but just because they have a whole bunch of stuff, a house and a nice car and a wife and a family, it doesn't mean that they're happy in the house, because what goes on behind closed doors, you might never know about. It could get pretty ugly in people's homes, so just because on the outside they make it look like everything's, and this is how a lot of people are, there's a lot of fake people out there just pretending, they got it all, but they're miserable. They don't love their wife or husband, and their kids drive them nuts, but you need to celebrate, and this is what I do. There's somebody out there, that I know, and I'm like, I'm happy, to see them grow. I'm happy to see that they're abundantly financially free. I'm happy that they have a happy life. I'm happy that they get a lot of love, and I'm happy for them because they worked for it. They actually did the work, and they're helping people out. So I'm not jealous of that person. I'm happy for them. So celebrate. Say, hey, that's great. Now you know what? If they can do it, I can do it. And this is how I've done my YouTube channel, is I've watched other YouTubers, and I was like, the one lady, I think she passed away. She used to be my astrology lady for the full moons and my birthday, and I don't see her anymore. So I'm thinking that she passed away. But what I loved about her is because she was herself, and I learned a lot from her. And and she was doing a YouTube channel, and she was like a younger lady than Starlight. Yeah. But so, and then there's another lady that I watch here and there, and what, she sounds like me sometimes, a big storyteller, and I'm like, she's not your everyday chick, that dresses a certain way and acts always the same way as all the other women on YouTube. No, she's herself. And that's what I love about a lot of my people that I follow on YouTube, is because they are themselves. I love them for that. I love that they're unique. I love that they can be quirky or geeky, or express themselves the way other people wouldn't. I love that they can admit to shit like I do. I like that they could admit that they had a bad day. I love that part, and so don't get jealous of the people out there that have all these things. Like I said, you just don't know, you know, and you don't know if they're really happy inside. And the other thing is about taking action. I know a lot of people in this is that, they desire to have things in their life, but they're not taking the action to actually get those things to come in. Sorry, I'm like thirsty. And so it's so important that you like if you desire to be with somebody, work on yourself. If you desire to have a job, like sometimes there's steps to get to that job. But also the other thing I wanted to say is sometimes we might really be determined to get that job or that person in our life. And you know what? Maybe you're having a hard time because God has something better. So don't be so like trying to control everything. That was one of the parts I forgot, is trying to control everything and do things your way. You know what? And that's a part of letting go is, and I've done that too, is I'm like, you know what? I made a mess out of my life back there. Now I'm just letting God, go with that flow and just let God do it. God knows. I am so serious. God knows the best man for Starlight. God knows what man out there would fit me like a glove. So, and I am so blown away. I'm sorry, the light here is just not quite right. So I am blown away with God's taste, the universe taste. So you can't go wrong when you just let go and let God, please. So anyway, I love you. This ended up being longer. It took me a long time just to write the notes. But so those are the things that you will block you. So, as long as you're doing everything like I was explaining, and it does, it does take time. So, but this time right here with this 1111 portal, you got to really, really stay focused on those things that you desire and believe and let go, be patient, because that flow, this energy is so powerful right now. And I believe this is the most powerfulest portal that there is. So this is the time to, there's times that we're gonna, the universe is gonna throw something out at us and see how we're gonna respond. But even if the universe does throw something out there, or you might have somebody testing you out to see how you really are gonna respond. And if you're not responding in a good way, and you're doubting in yourself, and you're not trusting the process, and you're not being positive, and you're not being balanced by all these things, then well, it's going to slow the process down. And that, I know we don't want that to happen. So I love you so much. You can give this video a thumbs up. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. Plus, you can leave me a message down below. Beep, beep, beep. And I know I'm going to just say this before I do this, is happy 11/11 portal day. So, like I said, you can leave a message down below. Beep, beep, beep. You could share my videos with your family, your friends. Let's see. I'm trying to think of different kind of, I wish I knew more bird names. Let's see. A crocodile and I'm looking at the hamster. You could share my videos with a hamster. Plus, don't forget the notification bell, and you can also check out my playlist. Plus, check me out on Instagram at 1995 Starlight, or on Facebook, and that is Kathy with a K, Dingman Starlight. I love you all, and so happy 11/11 portal, and believe in your dreams, and everything happens in the perfect timing when God knows that you're ready for those things. So don't get frustrated, because that's another way that is going to slow everything down for you. So you got to be patient and not to get frustrated, and just, believe it's going to come when you're ready to receive it. I love you so much. This is Starlight. Namaste. This is Starlight. Love, light, and peace.